Good morning. My name is Jacques Greer. I'm 48 years old here from Front Royal, and I'm here to talk to you about a group known as ROTH, Roofs Over Their Head. They help homeless people like myself find a better way, find a better living. I myself ended up being homeless about 4 years ago, starting after the death of my grandmother. I lived in cars, I lived in a condemned home, I stayed with friends, but I was constantly bouncing around. It didn't really do any good for me. It caused a lot of stress and health issues. But thanks to ROTH and its members, I was able to find permanent residency. I've got my life back on track, and I'm prospering a little, which is good. People need to understand that there is people here to help, and ROTH does an excellent job at that. And if it wasn't for them, I don't know where I'd be. Hopefully this will enlighten people that there is a problem and we do need help. And I hope this helps in some small way.
Hi, my name is Richard Courtney. I'm going to say right from the get-go, I don't mind being filmed. I've traveled around the world. I came here into Front Royal in 2004 from upstate New York. We got transferred with Eastman Kodak from South Africa, and I'd always lived a steady life there. Especially being a privileged white person. I came here, got married, went to school, and had a beautiful daughter, Chelsea, who lives in upstate New York. She's married. I went to school. I went back to school to try and get my degree, and that panned out until my last 16 credits. My wife and I went through a terrible time, and we split up, and that just kind of cut everything off with regard to student loans, my license. So I lost my two main functions with regard to supporting a family.
I did, and I worked as long as I could until I couldn't anymore, and so I fought and fought to get disability. Well, disability doesn't pay rent. A lot of people are in pain, and they want to reach out, but what the hell's the point in reaching out if nobody's going to listen, nobody's going to help you, and that's where most of us are.
My name is Rick Hargett. I live at the Hope House, and I think that more should be done for the homeless to help them instead of giving to other places that shouldn't really receive it. It would be a good thing to do to help them. I think so anyway, and when other people realize that, it'll be a lot better world to live in.
Hello, I'm Pablo Hammerly. I've been staying at the House of Hope, which is the local men's shelter in Front Royal and Warren County. And right now I've been having a lot of trouble finding work. I'm 55 years old, and I think one of the main reasons why I haven't been able to find work is as soon as people see how old I am, they don't want to hire me.
We met Kathy, and Kathy has kept contact with us, and we've kept contact with Kathy, and she stopped by and brought clothing, tents, sleeping bags, all types of things, shoes, whatever, you know. She's very resourceful, and I think that's through the help of her people she works with. So we've kept in contact, and she'll stop by every once in a while at the hotel. She'll try and get hold of us and see if we're there and come by. see if we need anything. And we've maintained a good relationship with regard to helping. We've passed out for her, we've passed out clothing and food, and it's just, there's a big homeless problem, and not just in this area, everywhere, but there's a big homeless problem, and a lot of people don't want to acknowledge that because it makes them feel uncomfortable, and people don't like to feel uncomfortable. You know, without these people, I don't know where a lot of the homeless people would be. Without the people that are helping, I really don't know how many of these homeless people would be around. You'll help with. And they're just the basic things. And we tend to forget about the basic things.
So, you know, you just struggle, and it's great meeting people and talking to people and everything, but when the day is over, you got to go back to your own pain and misery. You come out during the day and you deal with things and deal with people, but and you hope maybe there's a little string in there somewhere that, you know, you can always try to help somebody, and maybe but sometimes I sit back and say, if somebody could just help me a little bit. I don't have a pot to piss in and a place to dump it, but I still help. And sometimes it would be nice, I mean, it's not right, you know, and the way I was raised, to look for anything back. I don't look for anything, just a little hope that somewhere along the line something might come back to you.
Hello, I'm Angela. I'm 43, a single mother of 2 boys, and I'm here to tell you my story on how I reached out to ROTH that changed my life. In the beginning, back in May of 2017, I found myself homeless after losing my apartment in the city of Front Royal due to a health condition that involves my spine. I was going to UVA, and it was really expensive for the trips and the medicines. And my oldest son worked, and he really tried to help as well. But we just couldn't make it out from underneath of everything. It just seemed like it kept piling up and piling up. Well, we wound up in a motel with what little money we had, with me and my 2 boys. I was down to one night in tears because I had no idea what I was going to do and where I was going to go. And then a friend of mine suggested that I reach out to the organization ROTH, which is the Roof Over Their Heads organization in Front Royal. They are very awesome. They've done a lot for me personally and professionally. They walked me through personal budgeting on how to get my money straight and how to design the bank account the way I wanted it, and how to break it down into weekly installments instead of trying to pay it in one lump sum. To make a long story short, 4 months ago, July, I walked through the doors of my house with their amazing assistance and the community's assistance, because they reached out to people in the community, and the community paid all but $300 of my deposit for my house that I'm in now with my 2 boys. And I am just beside myself because of community donations. My whole home was furnished with nothing but free donations, and it never would have happened if it was not for them reaching out and then inspiring me to reach longer, to find myself inside. That's the biggest thing that I learned, because I was blaming it all on myself. I've learned to believe in myself, and things will fall into place as you need them. Now, today, my oldest son is going back to school online. He's studying auto mechanics and wants to open his own auto shop in about 5 years. My youngest son is 15, and he's in 10th grade and straight A student. Me, I'm holding down a full-time job now at Martin's, which I had beforehand. But I have also decided that I want to go back to school and not just study anything, but I want to do social work. so I can reach out to help the families that are in this situation and get involved with them and let them know that there is light and there is hope.
Just a little bit of love is all that we need. You and me, living a beautiful world. You live in positive or negative, to live in peace and harmony. This is all that we need to fight a common enemy.